Listen to this psalm, number 130, verse 5 and 6. I know you've heard it before. I wait for the Lord, my soul waits, and in his word I hope. My soul waits for the Lord, more than watchmen for the morning, more than watchmen for the morning. On August the 1st, 1830, it was a day of freedom for the slaves of West India. I read a story about the night before that fateful day when the slaves gathered together and stayed up all night waiting for the morning. They knew that freedom was coming, and so they gathered. Tens of thousands gathered. They gathered in their worship houses and worshiped the Lord together all night long. Some of the number went ahead to the hills, and they were watching for the first light of the new day that would bring freedom. And when they saw it, they signaled back to the valley where their brothers and sisters were celebrating and worshiping the Lord, to let them know that the new day was coming, the light was dawning. They watched for the morning. The discipline of waiting is something that all of us need to work on, and who can blame us? Look at the world we live in. As we live in a world of instant gratification. We are surrounded by all things that are fast. I don't know if you remember how slow life used to be. Today, we're frustrated over waiting seconds for something to open on our computer. We're surrounded by the rush of our world. It seems to be moving so fast. It's hard for us to keep up. But even in the midst of all this busyness, we have to wait. You know, one study I read said that we spend 5 years of our life waiting in line. The psalmist writes, my soul waits. And the psalmist wasn't waiting for his phone to charge or for his turn in the 20 or less line at Meijer. He was waiting upon God. Sometimes in our journey with the Lord, we must wait. You know, waiting on the Lord is difficult for us. One commentator called it a weary compulsion. We don't want to wait, but the Lord, in his infinite wisdom, knows that it is best. Listen to these words from the evangelist G. Campbell Morgan, who said this about waiting. He wrote, waiting for God is not laziness. Waiting for God is not going to sleep. Waiting for God is not the abandonment of effort. Waiting on God means, first, activity under command. Second, readiness for any new command that may come. And third, the ability to do nothing until the command is given. Are you waiting on God today? Watch and wait with hope, for God's promises are true. So keep waiting and keep trusting, for God is faithful and you can trust him.